mode.
Welcome. Thank you for joining the program. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Share the program as you join. Share the program. You're welcome. Share the program as you join. Share the program. Share on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to anybody that's close to you. Welcome. Keep sharing the program. Keep sharing. You're welcome. Like and share as you join us. Share the program. As you join, share. Victoria, thank you for joining. Victoria, thank you so much for joining my beloved sister Linda TV show. Thank you for joining. I appreciate everybody have connected. Please like and share. Like and share the program wherever you are. Connect to this program. Like and share. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you so much.
Promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children, the Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for. In no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigebi. He said,
See, welcome, 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 welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. And I say, happy seat at home. Happy Liberation Day. Wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abịama guide and protect you. If you are joining us from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you. I appreciate you, and I pray that Chukwu Okike Abịama will protect you, keep you safe until we walk into that freedom, which we truly and sincerely deserve. So wherever you are joining this program, I welcome you, I welcome you, I welcome you. If you are joining from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Russia, China, whichever part of the world you are connected to this program, I thank you very much and I welcome you once again. I say you are welcome. Today is a special day. Today is a special day, marking the very beginning of our freedom. And it is a day that we don't have to joke with. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this very program. I appreciate my beloved sister, Linda TV Show. Thank you so much for your support at all time. Victoria, thank you so much for joining. Victoria, thank you so much. I appreciate you for your support. Joy, Patrick, thank you so much for joining. Joy, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Ajogu, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Diana Ogumbiade, thank you so much for joining. Diana, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining. Everyone that has connected to the program, whether I mention your name or I didn't mention your name, whether you are recognized or you're unrecognized, if I miss your name, I pronounce it wrongly, please pardon me. I welcome everybody and I respect everyone that have joined this program. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abịama continue to guide and protect every one of us that has connected to this program. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for connecting. I appreciate you. Today marks the beginning of our freedom. Today marks the beginning of our mental toughness and consistency. Today is going to confirm if we really want Biafra or not. Today marks the beginning of the triumphant entry into Biafra land. And I bet you, the Biafran people are formidable, doing what they are supposed to do. Today is the day we are starting the 2-week sit at home that is going to break the camel's back. The 2-week sit at home that is going to put an end to the impunity of the Zoological Republic. And for the records, if you are in this platform for the very first time, this platform is an autopiloted platform in the hand of Chukwu Okike Abịama. This platform is under the Biafra Republic government in exile, under the control of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand. Speaking the truth always, nothing but the truth. We don't come here to be politically correct. We say it the way it is. In this platform, we do not come here to preach violence. We do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people. We do not come here to spill lies. We don't come here to push propaganda. We come here to say what's the way it is. The truth and nothing but the truth. If you are level of the truth, you are going to enjoy your stay here. But if you're one of those who doesn't like to hear the truth, you're not going to be too long. If you are patient enough to listen, you will not remain the same at the end of this very broadcast. Emenike, I appreciate you. You're welcome. So, wherever you're watching us from, tighten your belt. Let us prepare ourselves for that beginning of the march into Biafra land. For the beginning of the triumphant entry, every one of us have woken up to the greetings. Happy seat at home. It has started. And it's going to last for 2 weeks. I want to tell you that the enemy is not relaxing. The enemy is not relaxing. The enemy is not relaxing. They will continue to fight, and they will continue to talk, and they will continue to do all manner of things to make sure that they hinder us and distract us. But I bet you, in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, that none of them, they will never succeed. No matter how they try, no matter the propaganda they bring, no matter the blackmail, no matter how they try to attack us, they will never, ever, ever succeed. I'm telling you that Chukwu Okike Abiyama that made us to come is going to fight this battle, and already we are winning. This morning, we woke up this morning, and we were watching events as it unfolds in Biafra land. And as you're watching me, I can assure you that Biafra land is locked down. Totally and absolutely locked down. We are getting information and videos. And as usual, you know that the enemy, they will never go without a fight. They will never, ever go without a fight. They will always try to put up a fight. They will always try to put up their blackmail. They will always try to put up their propaganda. The video we are seeing from Biafra land show that the illegitimate governor in Enugu State decided to terrorize the Biafran people with armored cars in their streets, in the homes where people are living. This idiot is parading armored car in the neighborhood, trying to force Biafrans to come out. And Biafrans are in their house. Every Biafran, they are all in their house, locked up their doors intact, and nobody is stepping out anywhere. These idiots have decided and continued to terrorize the Biafran people. He has continued to terrorize the Biafran people. I will tell him that his terrorism cannot work. Biafrans are standing their ground. Biafrans are doing the needful. Biafrans are holding the ground, making sure that they obey the instructions and hold on to the agreement that we have all reached. The sit at home is an agreement that every one of us have reached, that we are going to sit at home. The sit at home you are seeing today is an agreement reached by all Biafran people, that we are going to make sure that the world sees and hears our voice for our demand for referendum and demand for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is non-negotiable. Every one of you know that they have played their last card. They have gone to the extent of using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself to blackmail you and I. That is the highest. That is their height of. They have tried everything. They have tried everything, both physical and spiritual. They couldn't succeed. They went into blackmail using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself to blackmail us. When we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man that has mental toughness. No matter what you do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only project he has is Biafra, and he's not moving away from that project till tomorrow. And when they did that propaganda with a letter, and they thought that is going to end it all, they have only succeeded in giving us a solid ground. They gave us a solid ground to block every distraction that is coming from the zoo. And I was very happy when I heard our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria say that he will not communicate with any idiot in Biafra land. Be you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer or whoever you call yourself, that is working with the government, he has nothing to do with you. As long as you are speaking the language of the enemy, Mazi Samuel Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria, has no discussion to have with you. He made that very, very clear. And today, he has blocked every idiot and told them that the only time instruction will be taken from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appears in Finland. In Finland, in a free world where he will talk without any interruption, where it will be ascertained that it is him that is speaking. Anything short of that will not be adhered to. And every one of you watching, I want you to take your mind back. When Mazi Samuel Ekpa gave this instruction, take your mind back. When all this event started, Mazi Samuel Ekpa made that statement categorically clear that we will not take instruction from DSS. And he has not changed from that very word. He said, whatever word that comes from DSS will be filtered to the core. That we have the right to take our decision on how to free our leader. And he went ahead to say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not be held responsible for anything Biafrans do. Whatever they do to release him, that he should not be held responsible. The whole world had that statement long time ago. And he has reiterated that same statement recently. When we say we know the end from the beginning, we are not Chukwu Okabiawa but we are working with him. We are working with the direction of Chukwu Okabiawa. That is why we know the end from the beginning. When he has anything that has to do with the Zoological Republic, whenever they start anything, we know where they're going to end. And after they have played their card, today, this morning, early morning, we are seeing video of armor tank in the street. Armor tank in the street of Enugu. So this is all you have. The illegitimate governor of Enugu State. The wife snatcher in Enugu State. This is all you have. Is that all you have? Cheap armor tank in the street? Let's see. Go to the house and drag people out to come out. You are terrorizing Biafrans in their street, terrorizing children, terrorizing mothers in their own homes. In their own homes, you are terrorizing the armor tank and blowing horn everywhere. You have met your end. And since you have chosen to be a Hitler, your death is going to be worse than that of Hitler. We are going to treat you in the way and the language that you will understand. My thanks goes to Biafran people who hearken to instructions. We have said it and said it and said it again, and I'm still repeating it. On the eve of this day, I said it and said, whenever you see them coming, stay away from them. When you see the terrorists in uniform, no matter what they tell you, no matter what they do not come out for your own security reason. And I hope everyone that is watching me, if you are watching from Biafra land, if you're watching from abroad, please, if you have not put a call across, pick up your phone now. Call your parents in Nigeria, those of them, especially in Biafra land, more especially in the southeastern part of Biafra land. If you are from the southeastern part of Biafra land, I beg you in the name of Chukwu, pick your phone right away and make a call. Pick your phone right away and put a call across. Let your family know that it is not business as usual. Any place they see the Zoological Republic terrorists in uniform, they should stay away. That is number one strategy you have to take to keep yourself alive in this period we're in. The war has started. It is becoming open by day. It has started a long ago. We have been announcing it and telling people that Biafra land is at war, but people don't seem to believe it. But today, you have to believe it, and you are seeing it clearer. Wherever you are in Biafra land, or you are abroad, remember the Asaba massacre. The only way those people who lost their life in Asaba massacre lost their life was because they left themselves empty. They refused to defend or protect themselves out, and even refused to run away. That was why they die shamelessly. I call it a shameful death because they die without fighting. It is painful that we lost people in Asaba massacre. It's a painful thing. But we don't have to lose people in such a way. Biafrans are known to be brave people. We die fighting. We don't die like cowards. We do not want what happened in Asaba massacre to repeat itself. We do not want what happened in Asaba massacre to repeat itself. That is why we are warning every Biafran and you that is watching me. Please, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Akabiam, like and share this video. Like and share. When you like and share, you are equally inviting people to this very information. Like and share. Don't keep information to yourself. When you join a platform, the best thing you can do to make sure that the information circulates, because we are still in that radical evangelism to get everybody along. We don't want to leave anybody behind. To make sure that the information goes far, like the program and you share it. It is no longer business as usual. As you are watching this video, Biafra land is under lock and key, and the terrorists are there. They have arrived. They are in the neighborhood as we speak. They are in the neighborhood patrolling with armor tank in Biafra land. We have seen videos. Some of you must have seen videos. Some of you must have seen videos. I cannot be able to play the video for you here, but I'm telling you that they have come. The only way we can stay alive today is remain in your home. Put a call across to your neighbors. Put a call across to your family. Tell them to remain indoor. Do not come out, either for greeting, either for whatever reason whatsoever. Even if you're hearing any loudspeaker telling you that all is well, do not come out. These were the same tactics they used in Asaba Massacre. In Asaba Massacre, they were calling the people, even some of them that ran away. They were making an announcement that calling them to come, that the troops have come to secure them. They have come for them. And what did they do? When they came out, they opened fire on them. That was what happened in Asaba Massacre. People died without fighting. The people that survived in those areas were people who were brave enough to run away for their self-defense. They followed their own brothers to take cover. People that took cover were the people that survived. But those who came out and said, "Oh, we are not part of it. I don't follow them. I'm not part of the agitation. I know nothing concern Biafra. I'm one Nigeria." They know you that you are a Biafran. Deny it from today to tomorrow. They know who you are. And I bet you, as soon as they set their eyes on you, they are going to take you down. What you are saying today now is for them to look for people they're going to use as a blackmail. The next minute now, you begin to hear that unknown gunmen took the life of people. When they begin to pass that, they will begin to create a scenario for themselves. These people who are parading with armor tank in the streets, they know where they can find the Biafra Liberation Army. They know the areas where the Biafra Liberation Army is. Why don't they go to those bushes with those tanks? Why do they go and face the Biafra Liberation Army? Why are you coming with tanks in the street where people are living? Why? If you want to engage Biafra Liberation Army, why don't you go to the forest where they are? You know where they are. You know. Why are you terrorizing innocent citizens? Why are you terrorizing innocent citizens? But I bet you, everyone that is in Biafra land, remain steadfast, remain strong, and hold your heart. The only thing you can do is to obey simple instruction. The Biafran Liberation Army is equal to the task, and they are going to do everything humanly possible to defend Biafra land, to protect you, protect your life and your property. And most importantly, one with Chukwu Okike Abiyama is majority. We did not look for them. They came for us. We did not look for their trouble. They looked for our trouble. We didn't attack them first. They attacked us. For whatever reason they have, whatever they do to us, we are going to do it back to them in 100-folds. And Chukwu Okike Abiyama, standing on our own side, will give us victory. Today, self-defense has been fully activated in Biafra land, and there is no two ways about it. Self-defense. And as our Prime Minister Samuel has said in the past, he has said that Enugu State will be the epicenter of the liberation of Biafra. And today you can see that prophecy happening. Everybody in Enugu State, our heart is with you. We are marching into freedom, into victory with Enugu State. Whatever they like, let them bring to Enugu State today. It cannot change anything. And I'm asking them back, is it only tank that you have? What about your jet? Is it only bringing tank in the street that you can do? Is that all you have? Is that all you have? That have shown how irresponsible this idiot called himself Mba is. A man who forged the certificate. An uneducated idiot that forged the certificate. And he came out to begin to brag. You want to force yourself to be a leader in Biafran capital. A husband, a wife snatcher, a home wrecker. You are not ashamed of yourself. and you came out. You want to force Biafrans out of their home. Go ahead. Let's see you. We're waiting. We are following event and waiting. But I tell you, every one of you that have come to Biafra land to take life, you will never return alive. For every one of you that have come to Biafra land to take innocent life, you will never, ever return alive. We are watching and we are following event. For everything you throw at us, we are going to give it back to you in 100 folds. For everything you bring at us, we are going to give it back to you in 100 folds. The freedom of the Biafran people is non-negotiable. It is non-negotiable. You have done your last. You have done the last you can do. You have pushed, use your last minute strength to push your very last propaganda to stop the will of the people. But let me tell you, the Biafra of today is not the Biafra you see yesterday. We are in 2023. This is not 1967. Our fathers in the 1967 fought, and they fought gallantly against all the world powers, and they succeeded for 3 good years. And it was said, no victor, no vanquish. They calmed down, patiently waited for you to have a change. And our fathers warned you, General Effiong warned you, that if you refuse to treat this right, that their children is going to rise up. And let me tell you that when they rise up, you can't stop them. That very time that General Effiong has prophesied about is now. That very time has come. And Chukwu Okike have raised his own army to liberate the people. The army of Chukwu Okike who are in charge today. There is nothing you can do on the planet Earth to stop them. There is no language you will use, no propaganda you use to stop the army of Chukwu Okike. You can't. Let me tell you, the more you push those propagandas, the more you make them angry. The more you push your propaganda, the more you make us see reason. You make us see reason why we must do what we are doing to save ourselves. The evil in the zoo is increasing by day. And anybody that is watching this program, if you are a Biafran or you're not a Biafran, I want to let you know that the revolution that is happening in West Africa, the revolution that is happening in West Africa is meant to be, and Biafra is going to be the epicenter, and we are going to make sure that the liberation starts. It is going to happen in such a way that you can't believe it. If you are in that zoo, wherever you find yourself, whichever ethnic group you bring, begin to think of how to secure your zone. If you're from the southwest, join the Oduduwa people. Begin to plan strategies on how to maintain your country and secure it. If you're from the middle belt, begin to prepare on how to secure your area. If you're from the north, begin to think of Arewa. That is the only thing you can do for yourself. That is the only thing. You see the British. The British know that the time is up. You see the revolution that is happening. Even in Niger. Niger of all people. Niger of all people. You see what Niger did? Taking away the France that is sponsoring evil. Impoverishing the people. You see how they have thrown them away. And the people have taken back their mandate. In Nigeria, the Biafrans are going to resonate that. In Nigeria, I am telling you that Biafrans are going to put an end to the British colonization in Nigeria. The British colonized that cage they have built, that cage that the British have built, and forced everybody inside, locked it up with holy key. We are breaking that key open. The only thing you can do for yourself is to wake up as early as possible and join the moving train. If you don't, it's up to you. We have gone past the stage where we beg. We have gone past the stage where we just protest. We have gone past the stage of petition. Every steps have been taken. And today, we are in the level of liberation of the Biafran people. And that liberation have kicked off today. I am telling you, if they like, let them bring B-52 and fill up the whole air of Biafra land. It is not going to stop us from getting out of the zoo. And already, they are getting the signal. They are hearing it. You're hearing it clear. It doesn't matter what they do in Biafra land. We are going home. Biafra must be liberated. for every of those propagandists, every of those criminals they are using to hold us back. They don't know what is coming. Some of them know what is coming, and they are preparing their jet to escape. But I tell you, if care is not taken, you can't escape it. You can't escape it. Wherever you go, Chukwuokeba will chase you. Every one of them in Biafra land that have brought this enemy to us, that have brought death upon us, they are going to go exile. We are going to chase them from the smallest one to the biggest one. Every politician, every member of Ohanes and Nibo, they are going to leave Biafra land for us, whether they like it or not. They are going to leave Biafra land for us. We have suffered enough. We have suffered enough. We have kept quiet for a very long time. We have endured. The Biafra people have tried and tried and tried to see how this very issue will be resolved amicably. We have tried on several occasions to see if there is a way to redeem this zoological republic called Nigeria. Each time we make that move, it brings death to us, and we are tired of making that move. Every time there is a move to save the zoological republic, it is always made by the Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. They are the ones that are always taking a major step to rescue this entity called Nigeria, this contraption called Nigeria. The very first revolution that have happened in that zoo, the very first revolution to set records straight and to straighten up the life of the people in that zoo was led by a Biafran. The very first revolution, very genuine revolution, which was meant to build a better life for everybody. It was conducted by the Biafran people. But what happened? They turned it around and they called it Igbo coup. And at the end of the day, we lost many able officers. We lost many intelligent officers. We lost many people from Biafra land. As if that is not enough, they conducted the pogrom. After the pogrom, the war was brought upon us. We lost more than 2 million children in the hand of these enemies. And since then up to now, we are still facing death in Biafra land. We are still facing death in Biafra land. Even when Dim Odumegwu made another step, our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, took another step to rescue the Zoological Republic and set the record straight so that people can live happily. Dim Odumegwu called for restructuring. Dim Odumegwu took Nigeria to Ghana in Aburi to discuss about restructuring. A government that will make every region manage their resources, operate their own, grow at their own speed, have a weak center where everybody will contribute and cooperate. Just to make sure that the war didn't take place. Dim Odumegwu took that step. They never accepted it. Dim Odumegwu gave them a plain sheet that said, if anybody have any means or know any democratic way to stop the civil war, please come and bring it on board so that we don't fight each other. They rejected it. What did they do? Gowon brought war upon us. He called it a military action. They brought war upon us. And before the coming of Lamazin, they always tell us lie. They say that Ojukwu caused the war, that Ojukwu fought against Nigeria. Ojukwu never caused the war. Ojukwu never called for war. Ojukwu simply was only defending his own territory. He was only on self-defense. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, was only there for self-defense, to defend Biafran people. That was why he was there. And it was even a defensive war from the beginning to the end. That was why our eternal leader said that the Biafran soldiers were fighting almost reluctantly. They were fighting reluctantly. Not because they wanted to fight, not because they were facing an enemy, and they were able to hold it back until 3 good years when the whole world connived against the Biafran people. Russia was in it to them. The British were there. The United States was watching. Many other world powers, they contributed to the attack, including France. But we stood them. We stood our ground for more than 3 years. I'll just call it 3 years. And they said, no victor, no vanquish. We still relaxed and said, let's see if we can manage it. Was it able to be managed? It wasn't managed. In the era of our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he also gave them a plain check to correct the situation. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started for protesting for Nigeria. He protested on behalf of Nigerians in UK. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu protested and called them to please look into the security of the people and make sure that those who are foreigners and strangers who are coming to take life do not take life. They kept mute. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu warned, if you do not time this thing early, it is going to spread everywhere. And we wouldn't want that. They kept silent. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu began to sensitize us, began to protect his own territory. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu began to create awareness for people to protect themselves and prepare for what is coming, which has come today. And they called him different names. They arrested him the very first time. When they arrested him in 2005, when he came out, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu also stood out and he said, if you want us to talk about restructuring, go ahead and get it for me. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu allowed to these criminals who call themselves politicians. They called Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in a meeting. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu honored their meeting. The video is still out there. You can still go and watch the video. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu attended the meeting with his father, His Royal Highness Israel, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu attended that meeting with his father. And in that meeting, they told Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that they are going to go for restructuring. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should give peace a chance. Let them bring restructuring. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tell them, I am not the troublemaker. Go and bring that restructuring. When you bring restructuring, then we can now discuss. Bring the restructuring, show it to Biafran people. If the Biafran people see the restructuring and say they are okay with it, he has nothing to say. He has no other option. Tell them, go and bring restructuring and come. When you bring restructuring, then we discuss. They said, okay, that they are going to go for the restructuring. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu reminded them, I am holding the freedom of Biafran people. I'm holding on my self-determination. When you go to that discussion, this self-determination is going to be a kind of a check you're using to withdraw whatever you want to get. It's just like somebody who is going to the bank to make a withdrawal. If you want to go and make a withdrawal in the bank, you must have either your ATM card or you have your checkbook. If you do not have ATM card or checkbook, you can't make any withdrawal in the bank. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told them, hold my self-determination as your checkbook and your ATM for you to make withdrawal for the restructuring you are looking for. Once you get it, we can now look at it and see what you have. These idiots that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave that idea in order to save this so-called one Nigeria again, another move to save Nigeria. What did they do? They are politicians. They went in Abuja. They said that we don't deserve to be listened to. They say that who is he? They call him a miscreant. They say, is it that boy that will direct you on what to do? Is it that boy that will decide what happens in Biafra land? And they went and organized their Python dance. They went and they invited the military. The same thing they are doing today, but I thank Chukwu Okabara today. We have launched the Python Must Die. That Python that have been dancing since 2015. That Python that have been dancing since 2015, it is going to die this time around. We have launched Python Must Die. They brought that Python. And the process, you know what happened. Many Biafrans lost their life. Thousands of Biafrans lost their life. In the home of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu alone, 28 able men were mowed down. Jack, the dog of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, go down. And it was that same thing that took the life of the parents of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They could not survive the shock. We lost the parents of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The two parents were buried on the same day. That is the sacrifice you have paid in that Zoological Republic. Until recently, while Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was preparing to make the major move, as usual, they went ahead to plot against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And they used even people who were close to Mazen Nandekano to plot against him. And they kidnapped him. They kidnapped Mazen Nandekano from Kenya. They held him and tortured him for good 8 days. Only the miracle of Chukwu came and kept him alive. The same way he escaped in 2015. He escaped death. The same thing happened in Kenya. He escaped death again. And they brought him to the zoo. He went through all their court processes. And the court said, let him go. United Nations waited and said, let him go. Voices are coming and say, let this man go. He is innocent. He has not committed any crime anywhere. And they refused to let him go. They continue to hold Mazen Nandekano against the order of their own court, against the order of the United Nations, after they have committed a lot of international crimes, abuse of human rights, right, left, and center. And yet, but what baffles me, have you ever asked yourself, why is it that in all these violations they have done, Nigeria is not in sanction? Instead, all the Western world are still busy strengthening their bilateral relationship with Nigeria. Instead of calling them to order, giving Nigeria a sanction, they didn't. Every of them sat back and they are watching. Mazen Nandekano, the people who were supposed to stay and talk about Mazen Nandekano, the politicians sold him out. Ohanes Ndibo sold him out. The Department of Saboteurs who were working with him, who claimed to be members of IPOB, joined the sellout. Everyone collected his share. And they abandoned Mazen Nandekano to his fate. But Chukwu Okeke beforehand has prepared somebody else. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He began to talk to the Biafran people. Biafran people gathered together and made him the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Exile. And he took up the challenge to make sure that Mazen Nandekano is released by all means possible. This is a decision that we took by ourselves. It is not Mazen Nandekano that will tell us how to release him. Mazen Nandekano is in the territory of the enemy. He is in the hand of the enemy. It is you and I that have freedom, can be able to plan within ourselves on how to release Mazen Nandekano. Do you think it's a child's play to be in the DSS dungeon for that long? We have seen people who have gone there and come out and they told us how tough that place is. You have seen people who have gone there and come out and you see how they came out and how they are. All of a sudden, you are expecting Mazen Nandekano in such kind of a difficult situation, in such kind of a tough zone, to begin to decide for you on what to do. The freedom of Mazen Nandekano lies in our hands. It has become much more clearer than before that no politician is with Mazen Nandekano. No Ohanes Ndibo is with Mazen Nandekano. No, all those Department of Saboteurs who claim to be there in the IPOB for donkey years, none of them Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano is on his own. And the only people that have taken it upon themselves to see to the end of the whole thing is the Biafra Republic Government in exile. The Biafran people, the ordinary people, gathering together to take their decision. And they said that through sit at home, they will push their voice to the wall for the world to know that they are not in support of what is going on. And for a very long time, we have been doing that. We have been speaking on top of our voices, letting the world know what is going on, that we will not tolerate it. And today, here are we. You beat a child and you tell a child not to cry. After you have tortured our Prime Minister, no, not our Prime Minister, our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano. After the torture on our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano, after kidnapping him and all the humanization, you do not want us to complain about it. You don't even want us to speak about it. You don't even want us to comment about it. Is that how evil you are? That is how wicked you are. And I tell you, no matter how you try, no matter the angle you come from, no matter what you display, you will never ever succeed on what is coming. You can never succeed. I thank Chukwu Okeke in this era where we have our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. There is no amount of blackmail that can bring him down. Chukwu Okeke prepared him for this mission. Your blackmail, your propaganda can never ever hold water. Take it to the bank. You can continue to send your propaganda, you can continue to send your blackmail, you can continue to do all manner of it. It will never hold water. You see, in these 2 weeks that have started today, we are going to take it to the end. And if at the end they did not release Mazen Nandikano, we will still take it to the another level. Are we slowing down? We will never ever slow down. Instead, we are going to increase the speed. And by the end of these 2 weeks at home, if you don't understand, you begin to understand better. And I bet you, our Prime Minister is ready to speak in the language that they will understand. He is our mouthpiece. Whatever he says, we follow. And he knows the language. He knows the language of the Caliphate. He knows the language of the Janjaweed. He knows the language of the Zulaka Republic. And that language is what he's speaking. And I bet you they are hearing him and hearing him clear. They are hearing him and hearing him clear. You think your threat can move anybody. You have been taking the life of Biafran, not today. What is that we're going to see today that we're not seeing? What is that we have not seen before that we see today and we say we'll not see? What crime haven't you committed in Biafra land? What again do you think we will see and we'll get scared and say, oh, we're not fighting anymore. Oh, we're not asking for our freedom anymore. We're not fighting for our freedom anymore. What do you think that will make us change our mind? What? Nothing. Nothing. Not anymore. The only thing that can be put on the table is the freedom of Biafran people. Apart from freedom, nothing else. It is either Biafra or Biafra. And I tell you, it cannot be business as usual. We are prepared for it. It is not like 1967 when we are taking on our ways. In this generation, in 2023, we are going to defend our borders, defend our territory, and face the enemy squarely. We are going to evict every one of you. Every of those armored cars you're taking to the streets, every of those armored cars you are taking to the street will go down. It will go down. We are not concerned about that. We're not fighting about that. We are only concerned about our citizens. Our concern is only the Biafran people. That is why I am saying that everybody should make sure you share this video and also reach to your family. If you are not in Biafra land, reach out to your family and tell them that the angel of death is hovering around. The angel of death is hovering around. The only thing they can do to save themselves is to stay indoors. Stay at home. Stay at home. There's no need to expose yourself to danger. There's no need to volunteer yourself for a blackmail. There's no need to allow yourself to be trampled upon. No. 2 weeks is not too much of a time for one to ask for his freedom. 2 weeks is not too much of a sacrifice to make for you to be free forever. Every one of us should key in. Follow the security instructions. Be security conscious at every given moment in Biafra land. You don't play with any sign. Everything you see around you, watch it closely. Any place you are, at every minute, whatever you see around your corner, pay attention to it. And remember, every Biafran should be their brother's keeper. Be your brother's keeper. When you hear your cry of your neighbor, know why your neighbor is crying. When you hear the shout of your neighbor, know why your neighbor is shouting. Pay attention. Follow each other. If you don't have a Twitter account and you have access to internet, please, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, open a Twitter account. Open a Twitter account and follow our Prime Minister Mazi Samanepa. Update is coming every minute of the day, so that you will know what is happening in your doorstep even before you wake up and get out of the road. When you follow those tweets, follow every platform of Biafra Republic of Exile. When you wake up in the morning, just look through all the platforms so that you know the update of how the environment is, including your outside your door, in your own streets, to know how it is. You can get this information through Biafra Republic of Exile. Some of these idiots, they say we are not on the ground, but I can tell you, we are more on the ground than most of them who are in that Nigeria. The Biafra Republic of Exile is much more on the ground, more than many people who are living in Nigeria. There is nothing that will happen that we cannot get the information within seconds. Within seconds, the information will come. So many things that people in Nigeria see today, they don't even see it. We see it first before they see it, even when they claim to be there. So you must not play with any information you are getting from Biafra government inside, more especially following our Prime Minister on Twitter. That is the only way you can get a solid update and know what to do, when to do, and how to do. We are in a very critical time. The sit at home that we have all agreed have commenced today. It is going to last for 2 weeks. And already, I told you that these people will not give up. They can't give up. If you think that they will just surrender, they will not just surrender. The Zoological Republic will always put up a fight. The enemy will put up a fight. No matter what, they are going to put up a fight. But I tell you, it is that fight that's going to lead us into freedom. They will not go without a fight. For us to be free, there must be something. But what we are saying is that, please, to fight that battle, it is not in your hand, the ordinary people. There are people that have been trained for this very mission. When you see these terrorists coming, give way. Just remove yourself from harm's way. Go into your house, lock up your door. Stay in your house with your children, eat your food, and do whatever you can do indoor. Allow the street for the Biafran Liberation Army to clear it. Allow the street to be cleared by Biafran Liberation Army, and they will do it perfectly well. They have been doing it in the past, and they continue to do so. The blackmail of the Zoological Republic can no longer stand. We are walking into our freedom. We are. And anyone that is watching me, whatever you see Biafrans doing today, they are not doing it out of hate. We are not doing it to hurt anybody. We are not doing it to showcase muscle, but we are doing it to save life. We are doing everything we are doing to save life. We have become an endangered species in our own land. And the whole world is watching, doing nothing. The whole world is watching. They are watching the event unfold in Nigeria. We have sent several evidence to United Nations, to Amnesty International, the dehumanization and the loss of life of Biafran people in the hand of the terrorist state called Nigeria. It has been happening again and again and again. And today, they have even resulted to sponsoring militia groups against the Biafran people. Today, the country have degenerated to the extent that they are now sponsoring militia group to stand against Biafran. You see Asare Dokubo. Asare Dokubo is boasting openly. He will come openly and boast that he's going to clear the Biafran people from the surface of the earth. You can see. Today we are facing the same fate that the Jews face. The same fate that Jews face, where you saw Hitler bragging and saying he's going to wipe the Jews out of the surface of the earth, that they don't deserve to live. We are hearing the same language today in the mouth of Asare Dokubo. He calls us all manner of names. Call us greedy, call us criminals, call us heartless. Use different kinds of ways to address us. Asare Dokubo, the federal government of Nigeria is now sponsoring him to stand against Biafra, up to the extent of boasting that if he's been left alone, that he's going to wipe us away. That is how bad it has become. You're welcome, Raphael Hannah. Thank you so much for joining, Raphael. That is how bad it has become. That today, an idiot, a clown will come and begin to boast of wiping away Biafrans. And that clown in the pig, that clown, that pig in the creek, will say that if they leave him, he's going to wipe us away in the twinkling of an eye. I don't blame him. He has a mouth to talk. I don't blame him. He has a mouth to talk. But he that fetched ant-infested firewood should prepare for the visit of the lizard, because they will definitely visit. And he that plays the war drum should embrace himself when the dancers come. Here are we. Asare Dokubo have called on us. And just like our promise I have said, we are going to bath his head with water. That is head that doesn't touch water. That Asare head that doesn't touch water, we are going to bath his head with water. And at the end of the dance, he will now understand. Wherever you are watching this from and you are a Biafran, prepare for our exit from Nigeria. Prepare. You must prepare. You must prepare. Is it going to be easy? It is not going to be easy. But are we going to back down? We will never, ever, ever, ever back down from this freedom. We will never, ever back down from the pursuit of our freedom, no matter what happens. No matter the propaganda, no matter the blackmail, no matter what they throw at us. It doesn't matter what it is. We will never back down. Take it to the bank. We are going to fight until the last man standing to make sure that Biafra land is safe and secure. Even if it is one person that survives, that one person, we establish a nation where human being will be respected. We establish a nation where people can have security, where people can grow in a good economy. The hour has come. The hour has come. The hour has come. Every one of us must sit up. We must sit up. Pay attention to the Biafra Republic of Nigeria. They are the only voice that we have today. These are the only voice that we have. Biafra Republic of Nigeria. Whoever you are, you call yourself a Biafran from the old southeastern region, the present south and the southeast of the lower Benue. Any place you are and your grandmother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, this message is for you. Prepare for what is coming. It is time to go home, and we must defend our land. As I have always said, one of the things you must do now is to pick up your identity as a Biafra. So many of you have denied for a very long time. You have been denying your identity for a very long time. You have been claiming one thing or the other for a very long time. This is no longer the time to deny your identity. If you do not take up your identity now, you are going to lose your life. This is the truth. At this particular point in time, the only way you can secure yourself and be able to be safe is for you to identify yourself. Identify yourself first. You yourself. I'm not talking about your enemy, because the enemy knows you. It is only you that don't know yourself. The Fulani Caliphate, the Janjaweed, they know you. They know you as a Biafran. Even if when they appoint you and give you a post, you don't have to intimidate your own brothers. When they deal with you, when they talk with you, they address you as a saint in order to use you against your own brother. And you think they don't know you. They know you, that you are a Biafran. As long as they see you, you are from the old southeastern region. Let me tell you, everything you are doing with them is they are just deceiving you. It is just a deception from the pit of hell. And they will continue to deceive you until you wake up to reality. The only best thing you can do for yourself as a Biafran is to identify yourself as a Biafran. First of all, identify yourself. Know yourself. Know yourself. When you know yourself, it will not be difficult for you to know your enemy. When you know yourself and realize whom you are and where you are coming from, it will no longer be difficult for you to identify your enemy. But when you don't even know yourself, you don't know who you are still projecting yourself as an enemy of yourself. They know and they have told you to your face that the Nigerian project, you're not part of it. They have spoken about it. They have acted it out. They have shown it to you. They have choked it to your neck that in project of the Zoological Republic, you are not part of it. And yet, you do not want to listen. You are forcing yourself. Even when your own brother, the London boy came out. He said he preferred the political way. He went and projected himself as the Messiah. He put himself forward. And undoubtedly, he won the election. But how can you say he won when they have already rigged it and give it to who they want to give? They gave it to whom they want to give. And they sidelined him. And they told him to go to court. Even in the court today, you are seeing the drama that's happening. And the worst conspiracy is African countries, Africans. The most destructive one. These people know that this man that they took, the drug baron that Nigeria made their president did not win election. They know that this drug baron is illegitimate, and yet they made him the president of the OAU. They made him the chairman of AAU, Organization of African Unity. They made this man a chairman, an illegitimate man, a man whose presidency is questionable. And they came together to show you how evil they are. They came together in the whole of Africa. You could not find any other person except that man who is corrupt, except that man whose presidency is questionable. They chose him and made him their chairman. And you tell me, how can anything good ever come out from such kind of a direction? How can anything ever come out from there? You see why we must lead the liberation of Africa. You see why we tell you that when Biafra is free, Africa will be free. You see how they are using Africa against the Biafran people. You see how far they can go. You see how far they can go to be able to cage the Biafran people and make sure that they do not make any headway. If you're a Biafran, continue to deny it. The only place you can have safety is in your own land, Biafra. The only place you can have economic growth is in your own home, Biafra. The only place you can have security is in your own country, Biafra. The only place you'll be respected is in your own country, Biafra. Apart from that, you will remain a slave. You will remain an endangered species. You will remain a risk. You remain at risk anywhere you find yourself. There was a time when the Jews were facing similar problem. The Jews were hated all over the world. They were scattered abroad. And they were very industrious, very hardworking. They were not killing anybody, but they were hated because they are successful in everything they put their hand. The Jews were hated across the world because they were successful. And the whole world conspired against them. And they committed a lot of crime against them. We hear about the Holocaust. And that was how the Jews passed through hell until they came together and chose that enough is enough. And they began to fight for their own nation. And I can bet you, from the moment the Israelites were able to have a nation of their own, from the moment they got their own nation, they began to have respect. They began to have respect. Today, they are the strongest nation in the world. Take it to the bank. The strongest nation in the world. And they are defending their territory, progressing more and more in all ramifications. Have security, have good economy, have good life. Until we have our own nation, there is nothing you can do. Until we have our own nation, we cannot be able to attain the height that we are supposed to attain. Stop denying this. This is a fact that is staring at your face. You can deny it from today to tomorrow. It is a fact, undeniable fact, that the only thing that will make us to survive and have a life is our own nation, Biafra. Remember how our eternal leader described Biafra. He said, Biafra is a place where the oppressed run into and they are secure. That is how he described Biafra. And every one of you should remember how Biafra came about. Biafra came about because people came together and agreed that enough is enough. We have to have a place where people that are being oppressed will be secured. And people ran into that very environment called Biafra. And they decided to protect themselves. It has become necessary that the restoration of Biafra remains the only solution for safety and security in Africa. Biafra remains the only solution for safety, security, and growth in Africa. And only Chukwu Okike know why he has put that responsibility on the shoulder of the Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. We are the ones shouldering it, sponsoring it by our own self, and we are going to sponsor it to the last. By the special grace of Chukwu Okike, we are not going back. We are not going back. It is either Biafra or Biafra. So today, As we have all agreed, the 2 weeks sit at home have started. As you are watching me, Biafra land is under lock and key. And it's going to be that way for the next 2 weeks. The pictures we are getting from Enugu State is armor tank in the street. The terrorists with their armor tank in the street. But I bet you, as I have announced before now, the angel of death is hovering around in Biafra land. But for the fact that you listen to the instruction that we are given, it will pass over you. They will never get you. As long as you listen to instruction, the angel of death will pass over you. It will never affect you. You are going to be alive and raise the flag. So, obey instructions. And follow up all the platforms of Biafra Republic of Israel. Follow up and listen carefully. Pay attention to every single instruction. It's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot. If you pay attention to instruction, it will help you a lot. I am telling you that you're going to be alive and you will leave the flag of Biafra. You with Mazen Nandekano in celebration. It is going to happen. This is not a dream. It is going to happen in reality very, very soon. And the earlier you wake up, key in and begin to do what you're supposed to do, the better is it for every one of us. We are going home. No matter what the enemy says, no matter what the enemy does, no matter their strategy, no matter their propaganda, wherever they come from, we are going home. And the time is now. I appreciate every one of you that is watching. Wherever you are watching this program from, if you are watching from Biafra land, I pray that Chukwu Okike will protect you and keep you safe. If you are watching from any part of the world, I pray that Chukwu Okike will strengthen you and provide for you. Please, every one of us should continue to pray for our people in Biafra land and continue to do the needful. Send information across to your family and friends. Help them out the best way you can help them. On Ruben Naba no so. Always remember that. When you hear the cry of your neighbor, don't be silent. When you hear the cry of your neighbor, don't keep silent about that. You must look behind you and see those who are below you and try to lift them up as much as you can. Chukwu Okike will keep us. I appreciate every one of you that have shared this program. Everyone that have contributed in one way or the other in this very platform today. I say, may Chukwu Okike guide and protect you and secure you. I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate and I pray for Biafra Republic Government in exile. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect every one of them. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect our Biafra Liberation Army. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect all the members of ESN, the BNL. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect them. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect every member of the cabinet of Biafra Republic Government in exile. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect every member of the media. Every media force that is speaking for Biafra through Biafra Republic of Exile. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect them. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect the Umuada. Our Minister of Defense and leader of Umuada, Honorable Azuka Charles Nwankwo. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect her and secure all her groups that are working. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Onto the hand of Chukwu Okike will commit him for divine protection, for divine safety. May Chukwu Okike build a wall of fire around him. He will never dash his foot against a stone. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. His going out and coming in is protected. Chukwu Okike will give his angels charge over him to keep him safe at all times. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, wherever he is. We commit Mazen Nandekano in the hand of Chukwu Okike for divine protection. Protect him from every attack, east, left, right, and center, wherever they will come from. Every poison they have injected in him, may Chukwu Okike continue to minister to him through doctors. Let Chukwu Okike send divine doctors to Mazen Nandekano to see to his health. May Mazen Nandekano be protected. We pray for long life in the land of the living for Mazen Nandekano. We are going to celebrate him in life as a hero. We are going to celebrate him as a hero, and he's going to raise the flag of Biafra with us very, very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people will prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa will prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader Mazi Nandekano will prosper. I appreciate every one of you that is watching this program, and I say once again, happy seat at home. Pay attention and follow events. Please follow instructions. More especially people in Nigeria, follow instructions. And for those of you that have families in Nigeria, when you see a video, share with your family so they can be aware of what is going on. Some of us living abroad, we get information firsthand before even those in Nigeria get the information. That is why you have to pay attention. Pay attention. Our primary aim is to make sure that every Biafran life is safe. We are not happy at the death of any Biafran. We don't want to lose anybody. We don't want to lose anybody. We don't want to lose anybody. And that is why we are doing what I do today, to pay attention and stay safe. So I beg you in the name of Chukwukarim, please share this video and like it. Click like and share. Any place you are watching from, click like and share. It is important. The radical evangelism will continue until we are free. And I bet you, very, very soon, we will all enjoy our freedom. Thank you so much for watching and stay blessed. I will see you again in the evening on my other platform, King David Exploit Expose. If you have time, join me on my page, King David Exploit Expose. I'm going to be broadcasting there in the evening. Join me there so that we can continue sensitizing people. More information will come to you in the evening. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Bye-bye.